hands-on experience with video and radio production, June 9th through the 14th at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Scholarships are available from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and spots are limited. Learn more at digitalexpressionscamp.com. That's digitalexpressionscamp.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone back with the latest update from Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, your new car selection keeps getting better and better every month. Can you tell our listeners all about it?
You know, it sure is, Charlie. It's great that our customers can come in, pick out a new Honda, and drive away with it that day.
How many new Hondas do you have in stock?
Well, right now we have just about 100 in stock.
Hey, I hear you've won some very important awards in your service department. Tell us about them.
Well, the first one is we won the award for the first fixed award. So the cars are actually fixed on the very first time they're brought in. Second award is our Customer Service Experience Award. And then our third award is our Honda Express Service Elite. And we rank the best in quality and customer satisfaction.
Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome to a Tuesday show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. I'm Austin Norman, joined by Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA vet, Big 8 Freshman of the Year, 3-time All-Defense member.
You've been looking at my plaque.
I have been.
It gave you a little more insight.
It did.
You didn't get to see it, though, Austin.
I did not witness it, no.
You didn't get to witness it, man. I mean, it was a beautiful thing.
I watched the clips you posted.
To watch him.
Pretty dope.
I mean, if you had an opportunity to watch me get after somebody defensively, yeah, you would have been impressed.
Who are the person you most proud you guarded the best? Your best defensive performance?
Oh man, one of them that I know I had him shook. I mean, I knew I had him shook, and he was a first round draft pick, and that was Brooks Thompson out of Oklahoma State.
Right.
And he was one. I would say Rex Walters was another one at Kansas. The work I did on him. Chauncey Billups when he was a freshman. I used to try to intimidate them cats, because I was big, physical, and they were freshmen and they were getting all this hype coming in and stuff like that. One that I just was not able to get under his skin was Paul Pierce.
Paul is just so cool, so smooth.
Paul Pierce, his freshman year, he was unmovable. He was just like whatever.
Do you think it would be easier or harder to get in guys' heads today?
I think guys are more sensitive. I think guys are more sensitive today. I think it's a lot easier to get it. I think it's harder to be physically imposing.
Sure.
As back then. I think you can with so much social media now, right? With the abilities to look into people's backgrounds in more detail, you can definitely find something. Like, for example, your boy.
My boy.
McClain.
Jared McCain?
McCain.
Yeah.
Jared McCain. Out of Duke.
Mm-hmm.
The zestiness of him with the, fingernail polish and, the tic-tac. He's out here looking like your boy, Jackson Mahomes. He's very Jackson Mahone-ish on his TikTok dances and stuff like that. No, he's not as bad as him, but like stuff like that, knowing I would be talking cash.
Jared gives it back though.
Well,
Did you just see him at Florida State?
Yeah.
35 points on 8 of 11 from 3.
Yeah.
Oh, he was letting Florida State know about it.
Yeah, and that's fine. But I would still.
Did you like guys talking back, or did you like push them into their shell?
Loved it. Loved crowds doing it. Loved it. I
assume Missouri talked. Who else talked?
Oh yeah. Oh shoot.
Oklahoma State, they're right on top of you.
They're right on top of you. So that's something. Iowa State a little bit. They can get a little rowdy. But what for me it was, I wasn't a big talker. I just would give you that work.
Mm-hmm.
Or I would let you know what I'm doing to you defensively. Like I wasn't gonna, I just was gonna hound you. I was just gonna be like a bulldog. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of, I'm like a lion. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of talking, but when I roar, it's like, yeah, I'm here.
Pay attention.
I'm here. Yeah. So that's kind of how I did it. Like crowds used to talk in high school like crazy. That was funny. The funniest part of high school was when I committed to Nebraska. So it was like everywhere I went from that point was like a freaking home game. There was never an away game after that. My junior year, yeah, you get to smoke. But after that, anytime I went to Fremont or Grand Island, or it was like a home game.
Everybody loves you.
They were cheering for you. Yeah. It was crazy. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Nebco for sponsoring our show. They are hiring for Ready Mixed Concrete, hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete. Apply today. Start your career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. Nebco and Ready Mixed Concrete offer great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. You can visit nebcoinc.com or at readymixedconcrete.com. Got a good show lined up for you. We'll talk some Nebraska basketball as well next segment. Raleigh Worcester out of the transfer portal coming in.
I'm really looking forward to that conversation.
Yes, it's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
We'll probably post the link to the highlights at On the Block 937 if you want to familiarize yourself with the young man's game here in a few minutes before we talk about him. And then maybe some Big Ten transfer portal updates. Indiana continues to load up. Ohio State might be getting interesting here soon. We'll play the shootout with Strike, brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings at 2:45. And then at 3 o'clock, college basketball job tiers, but also why are Blue Bloods the same? We haven't changed that conversation. It's the same teams as it's been for 40, 50 years now. Is it time to have a new conversation about
are you
that?
locked? Is it one of those things you're locked mentally at this point?
Or can you change it?
Yeah.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
That'll be all coming up here during On the Block.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone to building a strong, vibrant community. I voted for the historic increase in funding for education in the legislature. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Lincoln is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local business owners and understand the valuable role of education in our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I am asking for your vote on May 14th, paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Hi, I'm Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised in Lancaster County, learning the value of hard work and grit at a young age. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. I know that families and businesses in our community need lower taxes, lower cost of healthcare, and a great education. That's why, as your senator, I helped pass the largest tax cut and made the most significant investment in education in Nebraska history and worked to reduce the cost of healthcare. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on May 14th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Hey, Husker Nation, Matt Davison here with 1890. It's an exciting time to be a Husker fan, and to keep that momentum going, we need your help. Nebraska has always been a leader in college athletics, and we're doing the same through name, image, and likeness. NIL is a unique opportunity for every Husker fan to have a direct impact on the success of our programs. Through 1890, 100% of your contribution goes to the student athletes. So go to 1890nebraska.com, choose your sport, become a member, and help the Huskers recruit and retain the best. Go Big Red.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We've got feuding
and tailgating tradition. Burnouts, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time, and you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
The Double the Savings sales event is happening now through April 22nd at Bonsall Pool and Spa. During this event, buyers can take advantage of up to $1,500 in savings and receive 0% APR for 60 months. Visit the Bonsall Pool and Spa showroom at 33rd and Pioneers or visit their website at bonsallpool.com to learn more about their hot tub sale. Act fast because this offer ends soon. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. Trading paint.
We've got feuding
and tailgating tradition. Burnouts, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time, and you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs. If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Talking Husker basketball here during On the Block. Austin Norman and Erick Strickland with you. Huskers add another player. Second one of the cycle, Andrew Morgan from North Dakota State, was in a couple weeks ago. And now Nebraska has a point guard. Raleigh Worcester is the name of the player. 6'3", 200-pound guard. Looks like he will be playing the point position. And Strick, a pretty interesting backstory on him. Went to a high school in Montana called Hellgate High School. Okay, that's pretty tough.
So that's that name. Whoa.
Hello.
Hello.
Literally, almost. Was the quarterback of the football team. Right. Was the quarterback of the football team that snapped a 57-game losing streak in high school. Amy just tweeted out that story from her time up there. So he's got some leadership to him. I mean, broke a streak. We talked about Nebraska men's basketball breaking some streaks this year. Indiana, Michigan State, beating number 1 teams. All sorts of streaks have gone down. So, hey, Raleigh Worcester fits right in with that. Originally committed to Montana, went to Utah State, followed Craig Smith then to Utah, where he started, I think, 76 of the 77 games that he's played there in Utah. Interesting ad for Nebraska. Maybe not the true, athletic 3-level scoring difference maker, but it seems like a solid enough caretaker at the point guard position.
So here's the thing: he's not going to blow your way with numbers, especially in the scoring department. But he's solid. Not necessarily he's not a shoot first guy, not necessarily a burner from 3, capable. But what I love about him is his numbers are very consistent across the board. From wherever level he's played, you're getting roughly 9-10 points a game. Definitely over 5 assists, average, roughly. And then you're getting about 5 rebounds. So he's not going to be standing around, looking around. He's going to put himself in the mix, get in there, get some boards for you. And that's pretty solid. I mean, he's 6'4", so he's got good size.
200,
position. Yeah, he's a good body. But I love the fact that he's a dime dropper. Like he controls the game, finds people. That's something that Nebraska really hasn't had. Now, he's not that get downhill type of guy, but he's capable of getting around on good pick and roll action and things of that nature. We're going to put him out there and give you an opportunity to put your eyes on him as well. But I just like the solidness of it. It's a comfortable get. Obviously, Nebraska is going to continue to stay active in the transfer portal at this point, but I think it's a solid get.
So, yeah, you mentioned his numbers for his career, averaging 8.6 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. Those numbers kind of deflated by his first year because at Utah, his numbers ticked up. Really, I mean, 8.5 points per game, the 5 rebounds and the 5 assists that you were talking about. It's that game-to-game consistency that I think goes a long way because, like you said, he's not necessarily an incendiary scorer. He's not going to wow you. But watching a little bit of his film, he tweeted out it on the Block 937. Pretty good feel for the game, right? Has a pretty good understanding of angles, understanding where defenders are coming from, where his guys should be. And if he's just that connective good vision, right? Yeah. If he's the connective piece that sets Bryce Williams up, that throws lobs to Juwan Gary, it takes a little bit of that creation off of those guys' plate. It's kind of Sam Griesel-ish, but I think maybe smaller, not as much in the post, but maybe better vision than even Sam
I
Greasel
mean, you
had.
actually said something, Austin. You said take some of that. There's a lot of, I don't know if you guys understand this or realize this, the difficulty. And I can give you a minimal example. Look at how difficult it was for Braden Smith when they were just hounding, pressuring, not allowing him any space, not allowing him any, like a breath of fresh air. At any point in time, it was total hounding from 94 feet. And how that wore on him. It wears on you. And a good big body guy like him, physical guy, not necessarily a blow-by guy, but he can control the tempo, good vision. He takes that off of Bryce, which leaves more legs, more opportunities, come off screens, set guys up, do those type of things, because I think that's where he's special. I think he's special at being able to use screens, get off of screens, find space behind screens, all of those things, because he's got a pure jumper, but it takes him, he's not necessarily great off of the dribble with creation, but he's great off of the dribble with catch. Oh, you're here, step off of you, shot fake you, get you into some trouble. And that's what I think he's going to help by having a rusher on the roster.
And it might even save some legs for defense too.
Yeah.
And I think Bryce Williams is a capable defender, but I'm curious to see if we can see Bryce Williams increase his scoring by 2, 3, 4 points. But then if he can make a jump defensively too, where it's not just Juwan Gary as the defender, Sam Hoiberg as the defender, can Bryce Williams, have enough in the tank? I don't think Bryce Williams took possessions off on defense, but didn't it feel like there should be a little more from him on that end sometimes?
But here's the thing. Bryce Williams is not fleet of foot.
He's not.
So he's good, he's solid, but he will, I think, personally do better against 2s and 3s as opposed to 1s.
Yeah.
These quick fleet-footed guards that, just have speed, lower center of gravity. Bryce plays a little bit straight up, a little bit back bend, but has pretty good footwork. I think he'll do better because he has enough wherewithal in coming and chasing off of screens and knowing when guys are trying to set up different things, taking different angles, cutting through and under, so he's good at that type of stuff. I think he'll be better against 2s.
Looking at Raleigh Worcester again here, transfers in from Utah, like you're saying, 6'3", 6'4", 200-pound guard. The one glaring hole to me in his profile is the three-point shooting. And this is why I can't necessarily put my finger on any issues. I was watching some of the highlights again. The jumper doesn't look bad. Maybe a little bit of a lean backward. Maybe took some tough ones that weren't in there that drug the percentages down. But Strick, this guy shot 80%, 80%, 81% on free throws before it dropped to 70% last year. And typically your free throw shooting percentage is an indicator of if you have touch and the ability to shoot the basketball. 80% of the free throw line would tell you this guy, is shooting 33, 34, 35% from 3. But then his free throws, he shot more of them last year for Utah, and it went down to 70%.
Yeah.
What do you make of his shooting numbers?
Well, sometimes it could be a confidence thing. It's just sometimes if things aren't going well for you, also the style of the offense could dictate some of that, which he may not be as good as coming off of screens and getting into that mid-range type of place in space. Maybe doesn't have that step off to create more space. Again, we talk about this, Austin, a lot of the times, is that shooting, it's how quick you get the ball to the shooting pocket, how quick you're able to get it off. If you're not able to create space, you really have to be in a position to not see anybody that's trying to challenge. This is why I always give great, I love guys like Kobe. I love guys like Paul Pierce. Like, they don't see you, when you're there. And like guys like Ray Allen, if you're not there, you're done for because it's off. And so that's special. So I really want to take a closer look at that part of his game to see how much time it's taking to get off, because that can be the difference between a high challenge shot as opposed to a shot that's not as challenged, especially at his size. If he's able to get just enough space, he gets it off quick enough, then it shouldn't be a problem for him. And that's what we're gonna be able to see and hopefully be able to have some conversations about down the road is progression. And get in here and get with Fred, Casey and those type of guys, they're good shooters. So we'll hopefully be able to see that from him.
And that's, if there was going to be a hole in the guy's game, I feel like shooting is one that I trust Fred Hoiberg to fix, or at least have some ideas on how to fix. You want Gary's shot
It might be
look
too
better.
late for him, but it's
It
never
might
too
be.
late. It's never too late. You're a shooter. It's never
You're
too
right. Yeah. Just give me a Duke shooting coach. I'm willing to pro bono my time over at the Hendricks Center, generous as I can be. But the other thing, he's not a high volume guy. He's actually taken, fewer 3-pointers the last couple of years than he did even his first year. So I think this is a piece that doesn't break the bank, doesn't inspire me a whole lot, but I think it makes things fit together a little bit better, right? We talk about taking some stuff off Bryce Williams' plate on offense and on defense. I think he's going to be better at throwing a lob, as a point guard position. He did that a lot at Utah in the highlights I saw. Not maybe a huge needle mover, but I think it's a consistency piece. And I think this is a guy that's going to end up probably playing, 27, 30 minutes a game for Nebraska.
Well, what you want out of him is, you don't want it to be a Caitlin Clark. Who was it? Point guard over at South Carolina for the women.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Oh gosh, Raven
Johnson. Yep.
You don't want it to be a situation to where they're looking at you and she's just like, yeah, go ahead and just do it. Yeah, you're with us type of thing, because it's been 4 years. The scouting report's going to catch up with you, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the one thing I tell young players all the time is, each year you better come back with something. Even in spite of it all, he's been still pretty consistent. So that's what you just said, I love about that part of it. But this year, I would advise him to be highly focused on just making certain types of open jumpers, because he's going to get the looks. Because scouting reports are going to say he's not really a good shooter. He's not, and what you want to do early is you want to be able to change the narrative of the scouting report. So in the exhibition games, in those early non-cons, you want to be able to be hitting at a solid clip. You don't have to hit at a high clip. You want to hit at a solid clip, so that the scouting report says, oh, wait a minute, that's going to open up other avenues and opportunities for him to do other things within that offensive structure. So that's what you're hoping to see.
If he shoots 37, 38% on open catch and shoot threes, that's a win for Nebraska.
It's a win.
That's a huge step in the right direction, because they don't need him to do much more than this. Great Pumpkin says Raleigh will replace Jamarcus. No, I don't think so. They have two incredibly different games.
Yeah.
Jamarcus could break you down off the dribble. I don't think Raleigh Worcester is going to do that. I think Jamarcus is going to be a better defender, right? I think Raleigh could maybe defend some guys at the Y, but I really think that the best comparison I can come up with right now is a shorter, better passing or better vision Sam Griesel. Sam's a little bigger, a little longer, could maybe slide to the wing, but still not fleet of foot. But Worcester's kind of stocky, got some heft to him, can get downhill. Nebraska won't put him in the post and have him booty ball his way to the rim as much, I don't think. But this is just a fine pickup, is really what it is. And not going to replace Jamarcus. He'll be completely different than that, though.
Well, so right now as it's looking, we know they're still active. They got some scholarships still available. But I think you want to find a go guy. You just get one go guy to complement what you have. Right now, you have a bunch of solid guys, right? Solid guys at the collegiate level can win. That's not a major problem. You can win. You can do some things. You can win some games. But when it comes time, we're talking about conference championship time.
Texas A&M's going on a run at the U8 timeout in the first halftime.
You know what I mean? You're going to want guys that are capable of breaking. Like, for example, Purdue's run was predicated not necessarily on Braden and, or not necessarily Braden or any of their guards.
Lawyer, Gillis.
Any of their guards.
Jones.
Wasn't it was inside out. They knew who they were. That was what they were going to execute. But the problem became when they weren't able to get that same type of space, because UConn was in their grill, that they just weren't overcome. As much as Zach Edey was able to give them 36 points, right? As much as he was able, all he needed was a little bit from one or two of those guys. But they weren't able to get space. I mean, they weren't able to get looks. They basically were like, we're not coming off. Zach Edey can have the night of his life. We're not coming off of it. And this is what's going to happen when it gets to that time. So I think they need a go guy. I'm not saying he has to be a 20-point scorer. I'm just saying a guy that when it gets time, that can do it. That's what you saw with Wade.
Yeah.
Wade for them. When it was go time, he was able to get where he wanted to, when he wanted to, and create that kind of spice. Any of those guys were. 3 of those guys were. Terrence Shannon. They were able to make the run they were able to make because boo-booey. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's all you really need. This is probably what you're gonna expect out of Chucky next year. Like losing Store. Well, not necessarily fully lost him yet, but he's transfer portal.
Yeah.
Losing that, you're gonna want him to become. But you saw it. You saw glimpses of it.
You did.
When there was big plays he made.
Well, down the
to
stretch
get him
against
even
Purdue.
into overtime. Yeah. I mean, just great plays he was able to make in crunch time situations because he's able to do that. He just doesn't do it. He's not a shoot first guy, but he's capable. They're going to probably expect more out of him like that. Teron Lue type. He's a guy that I can get to this spot. I can do what I want. I'm in fast break. I can get wherever I want. Just a go guy is what I'm thinking.
My new comparison for Chucky Hepburn is Tyus Jones. Maybe need some workshopping there. But yeah, Nebraska doesn't need one of those guys. They maybe got one of those. They need, like you're saying, spark plug kind of guy. And Brian asks, is there a Benny Parker comparison? Not for Raleigh Worcesters. Not even close. Sam Hoiberg, I think, is a better shooting Benny Parker. Defensive spark plug, Energizer Bunny type of guy. Not the biggest, but Benny Parker was a 0 on offense. Sam at least gives you cutting and shot it a little worse this year, but
not as good this year.
What's Sam got to shoot from 3 next year?
Sam's got to be mid-30s minimum. Because
he was low 30s this year.
Because he's not volume.
Yeah.
So he's got to make those count because he's going to take pretty much good shots. So when he gets them, he's got to knock them. I tell people all the time, like if you're a get good shot, bucket naked shots, you should land them at a minimum at 70%. If you're a high level collegiate player, let me just say 60 minimum, wide open, nothing, maybe a half a challenge, 60%. I'll give you 60. You should knock them down.
Yeah.
You get into the professional ranks now. Me personally, professional ranks. If I'm left open, I want to be at 70. Like that was what I practiced every time I would shoot threes wide open after practice. I wanted to shoot 70. Guys like Reggie Miller and other guys like that, they're going after 80. They're trying to make sure they hit 80% of those shots. And Hubert Davis types, they didn't leave until they hit it. It was around, and they go. Now I was smart and I self-reflect to know that I'm not them, but I'm a streaky. I'm a guy who can knock it down. That was so I'm saying that for the collegiate level, I think that's where you want to be. So for Sam, if you're getting good looks pretty much throughout the game, continue to do the things that you're doing. Sam Hoiberg, make your back cuts, do all of those things, play your defense, get in the open court, help secure extra possessions. But when you get those extra opportunities, if you're taking 7 shots a game, you want to be at least 4 or 5, because you're going to take good shots.
Right. Last thing then for this segment, 6761 says, Ken Pomeroy's algorithm pulled a comparison of Raleigh Worcester to 2010 Lance Jeter for Nebraska. Lance Jeter, that would have been his second year, I believe, at Nebraska. Yeah, so that year, Lance Jeter played 30 minutes a game, shot 47% overall, 53% on twos. But Lance Jeter shot 40% from 3 his first year and 35% from 3 his second year. So, yeah, if Raleigh Worcester does that, Nebraska got itself a good one.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
For sure.
I'm okay with that.
You okay with the shootout?
I'm okay with the shootout.
Good.
Let's go.
Thanks to Buffalo Wings and Rings for sponsoring it. Call now, 402-464-5685. 4 questions for Strick, 4 questions for you. If you win, it's $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings. We'll play the game to wrap up hour 1 next.
Buckle up and hang on. This is going to be a good one.
The fans of Kansas Speedway know how to have a good time. One that celebrates fantastic finishes and family-friendly facilities. Trading paint. We got feuding and tailgating tradition. Burnouts, beer, and barbecue. Oh, it'll for sure be a good time, and you are all invited. NASCAR weekend at Kansas Speedway, May 4th and 5th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
What's your radon level at home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. 467-1111 for radon testing and mitigation.
This is Coach Bill Bush. You all know my passion for Nebraska. Having coached all over the country, I can honestly say there is no place like Nebraska. You know where there's also no place like? Midwest Bank. Midwest Bank has proudly served Nebraska for over 70 years, and they're located in 9 different communities. Midwest Bank is ready, willing, and able to meet all your personal, business, and agriculture needs. Your community, your bank, and mine, Midwest Bank. Find out more at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting showers and storms throughout the day, and it will be windy too. Be a high around 76. Tonight, a chance of showers and storms with more wind in the forecast and a low near 50. And tomorrow, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day. It'll be breezy but mild, the high around 72. Meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It's time to play Shootout with Strick. Call now, 464-5685, to take your shot against Erick Strickland. Shootout with Strick. Brought to you by Buffalo Wings and Rings.
Time to play the game!
That's right. The game is the Shootout with
We're
Strick.
back.
Back.
Hey, listen,
Back.
I'm hyped. I'm trying to take somebody down today.
Your
I'm
opponent
not playing no game.
is Dave. Dave, are you hearing this confidence from Strick?
I'm not playing today, Dave.
Well, talk is cheap.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's raining
Okay.
outside. It's about to rain on you. Let's get it.
Ooh. All right, Dave, hold on the line. We will get Strick his questions first and then get to you. All right, Stricky, your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He was the 2022 NBA Rookie of the Year. Scotty Barnes or Cade Cunningham?
Cade Cunningham.
Scotty. He was the 2021 NBA Rookie of the Year. LaMelo Ball or Anthony Edwards?
LaMelo.
It was LaMelo. He was the 2018 NBA Rookie of the Year. Donovan Mitchell or Ben Simmons?
Ben Simmons.
It was Ben, and he was the 2004 NBA Rookie of the Year.
10.
Tricky doing mental math on the 2004 NBA Rookie of the Year.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
LeBron. It's 2003. God.
It was 2004. You got it, Tricky.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it is the 2003 Four
Ooh.
Season Award in 2004.
Ooh.
Wow.
Fade away.
At the buzzer.
Kobe.
All right, Dave, 4 to tie. Perfect round to win. You ready for your round?
Well, I guess if we have to pick a topic, we got to go with what you got.
We do indeed. Your round starts here in 3, 2, and 1. He was the 2023 NBA Rookie of the Year. Jabari Smith Jr. or Paulo Banchero?
The last one.
Yep, he was the 2020 NBA Rookie of the Year. John Morant or Zion Williamson?
Morant.
Yep, he was the 2016 NBA Rookie of the Year. Karl Anthony Towns or Nikola Jokic?
How about Yoko?
It was Anthony Towns, and he was the 1985 NBA Rookie of the Year.
10.
Larry Bird.
Oh, a good guess, but unfortunately,
It's a little too late.
No.
That was a couple years too late. Hey, I told you I wasn't playing.
The answer was Michael Jordan in 1985. Michael Jordan. Dave, appreciate the effort. Thanks for calling.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
Good
not
stuff, Tricky.
playing no game. Come get this smoke on Thursday, whoever you are. Come on in. I'm ready.
Do you want to guess who the 2003 NBA Rookie of the Year was?
Dwayne Wade.
It was not D. Wade. Amari Stoudemire. Stat.
Yeah.
How about that?
Amari Stoudemire used to bang on people's heads. Wait, listen, when you got Steve Nash dropping Disnimes on you, you can't do nothing but bang on somebody all night.
Right.
Yeah. Mike Jordan. Yeah, I knew that one.
I didn't know which was going to be easier for you, so I gave you LeBron so you could hate on him. Some more.
Oh, the freaking. Let me be quiet. Lay flop.
Le Flap. Yeah.
I listen. Cluster sent me. I think it was Cluster. Somebody sent me a video on Twitter. Somebody put out on X, and they made a song. Oh, I wish I knew. I wish I had that song in my head, but it was a song talking about Lay Flop, and it was a great song. I think it was an 80s song too. Flop, flop, baby. Dun, 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 dun. I think it was that. I think it was something about like ice turning. Oh,
Flop, flop.
man. Oh yeah, it was good.
That's funny.
The parodies of people, the creativity of people of the day. I can't even say I stink at editing and doing all that stuff. I could never put anything like that together. So
Gingerbeard man says only the best get songs made about them.
Well, hey. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We do have the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings to give away, so we're going to do the tiebreaker question for that.
I still listen. If you I think there's categories to that thing, meaning there's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, he is a great of all time.
Mm-hmm.
The longevity the abilities to play at a high level for such a long time, shout out, kudos to him. But if you want to start really breaking it down, look at primes. If you want to go further, look at impact and look at, what, if you really can just take this into account, what impact did he have on the game? You see what I'm saying? Like Steph Curry had an impact on the game. Shaq had some form of an impact. Rules, stuff. Jordan had impact. Guys like that had forms of impact. Even back in the day, Wilt Chamberlain had a form of impact. But they wouldn't even let him dunk anymore, right? It was so many. There's certain, but the impact that you can say LeBron had to the game is what? If you can answer that question, start a Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Outside of the longevity question, I can give appreciation for somebody who is ever, and I give kudos and shout outs to him. The impact for me is not in a positive light. It's a negative, and it's to a point to where guys began to implement, and I think it's made the NBA game worse because of that impact of that. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to throw that out there.
Yeah, give us your responses, 402-464-5685. Definitely want to throw that to Jay as well. So you guys go back and forth on that for the crossover.
Yeah.
We do have the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings to give away. So texter let's do number 5 today. My favorite number. Texter number 5 with the right answer. Over or under.
Number of grace. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. We're giving you grace today because Stricky pulled out the victory.
He sure did. Okay, so over is going to be further in the past, and under is going to be more recent. We're looking for a year here, Stricky, for the number. What year was the last time that there was a tie in first place NBA Rookie of the Year voting? What year was the last time there was a tie in first place NBA Rookie of the Year voting? 2020? Okay, if you think it has been more recent than 2020, say under. If you think it was further in the past than 2020, say over. Texter number 5 gets $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings, 402-464-5685. Get your answers in. We'll come back with hour 2 of On the Block.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lancaster County Attorney Pat Condon reminding you to vote for my friend and colleague, Carolyn Bozin. Carolyn Bozin is a strong voice for Lincoln, who we need representing us in the legislature. Carolyn Bozin voted for historic funding for education to support our schools and for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history. Carolyn Bozin is the voice we need representing us in the legislature. This is Lancaster County Attorney Pat Condon. Join me in supporting Carolyn Bozin for legislature on May 14th.
Paid for by Bozin for legislature.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Spring is here, and Acres is offering special financing on select new John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Visit your nearest Acres store and test drive all the latest John Deere turf equipment and attachments. And for a limited time, with the purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Offer expires April 30, 2024. Subject to approved credit by John Deere Financial.
The Nebraska legislature will soon vote to raise consumer prices by imposing a sales tax on advertising. Nebraska's small businesses would be hit hardest, forcing them to raise prices, meaning we'd all pay more for the things we need. Contact your state senator and tell them no ad tax. Visit noadtaxnebraska.com to find your senator's contact information. That's noadtaxnebraska.com. A message from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations. Guess what?
What?
There's 5 Lincoln locations now. Oh my gosh. That's 25% more Lincoln locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside 93.7 The Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street.
Are you ready to take your seating season to the next level? Now's your chance with Landmark Implement's early order program. Don't miss out on the best deals of the season on new John Deere air seeders and drills, including the N500C Central Commodity System. Experience the ease of operation with the new N500C's intuitive design, simplifying your seeding process and saving you valuable time in the field. Lock in the largest cash discount, snag the best financing rate, and ensure availability on a new drill. Contact your local Landmark location for full details and experience the Landmark difference.
What do you think of when you hear the chocolate season? Artisan chocolates? Of course, they have the best chocolates this side of the Atlantic. Friendly neighborhood coffee shop? Yup, they're that too. A nationally recognized top-tier brunch spot. Waffle weekends, baby. And the place to grab a gift for literally any occasion? Everybody loves chocolate. See for yourself at the Chocolate Season, 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead online at thechocolateseason.com.
What's your radon level at home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111 for radon testing and mitigation.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting showers and storms throughout the day, and it will be windy too. Be high around 76. Tonight, a chance of showers and storms with more wind in the forecast and a low near 50. And tomorrow, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day. It'll be breezy but mild, a high around 72. Meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln. Grab a free burger and beer at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln on April 27th during their Husker Spring Game Tailgate. Meet the Elway Power Sports team, play some tailgate games with them, and enter for a chance to win an official John Elway autographed football. Check out their huge selection of boats and watercraft for the summer, along with hundreds of motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides from all the major brands. Stop out and watch the game with them on April 27th. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, 27th and I-80. They'll be tailgating all day.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Erick Strickland.
Strickland for three. And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Welcome back to On the Block. E. Strick and Austin Orman here in the building, right here on at 1040 O Street. It is raining outside, but it is nice and cozy on the inside. And we thank you for joining us on the block today. Hey, Austin, shout out to Jazz Shelley. I just want to give just a big shout out to her being drafted. What an accomplishment. She's done a tremendous job for the University of Nebraska Lady Huskers in her time that she spent here on campus. And we're hoping there's more to come. I think they're just missing a little piece and a go gal. Mm-hmm. Let me just say that. If the Lady Huskers can get a go gal, I think they'll be fine in the upcoming years. They've got some great returning ladies that'll be returning to the to campus, and hopefully the transfer portal doesn't kill them as much as decimated the men's
Right.
game. But we're going to get into a little discussion right now, and that is the tiers of blue blood programs. We'll start there. And then we'll talk also today about some tiers in coaching jobs. Stick around because it's going to be good, because I think that's an important discussion. And I think there's some teams, if you look on the X that was sent out, bracketology, T3 at T3 bracketology put out the college basketball job tier. So we're going to talk about that as well. But let's start off the conversation, Austin, and get into the discussion on the blue bloods. Let's talk there first. Let's start there. I think that's a good discussion.
My big question when it comes to blue bloods is who determines who's in the club? Because I feel like your generation...
Yeah, who's the bouncer?
Right. Your generation didn't determine blue bloods. My generation hasn't determined blue bloods.
It's been before that.
Before you, we knew who the blue bloods were. And that conversation hasn't really changed. Do you want to shout out 6037 for winning the $30 to Buffalo Wings and Rings? The
Does he
answer
know
was
the actual
over.
date? Did you Google it up?
Nobody gave the actual date.
Okay, good.
The year 2000. Elton Brand and Steve Francis.
Wow.
tied in
Stevie
Rookie of the Year.
Franchise.
Stevie Franchise.
Listen, I don't get dunked on much, but Stevie Francis, he got me. He got me. Trying to step in late, take a charge, and he had rose up, and I don't want that film emerging. That wasn't a good look.
That's okay. That's okay. It's buried, lost to history. The only people that remember it are you.
Is those who are listening.
20,000 people that were in the arena, probably.
Yeah, those who just
But that's
captured
okay.
this. And folks, that's what folks will do to you, Austin. They'll capture they'll capture this and say, yeah, Strick got banged on by Steve. Yeah, they'll do. I know y'all out there. Y'all
Thank goodness
do it.
there wasn't social media for you.
That
Strick.
part.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
you'd
it
have
would've
been
been
main
all
character.
They've been on Shaqtin' a Fool or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Okay, so blue bloods, right? Can we agree? Carolina, Kentucky, Duke, Kansas.
There's been a continuation of their success from the times you're talking about going back to Danny Manning, and even before that, UCLA. Obviously, you're talking about going all the way back. No, that's one I think we can etch into this discussion as to why and who the bouncer is standing outside determining who is a blue blood program and who's not. Because to me, Austin, I think there's in anything you do, like you've seen players like Bronny James, Mikey Williams, they emerge off of the Instagram hype and fame. They rise up into the top 10. Thon makers, they rise up into the top 10. Right? And then they get into a system or program or whatever the case may be, and it's not what you actually thought. So sometimes it's just because of your hype. But they fall in rankings over the course of time, just like anybody else, right? There's a course of a time from the time that they were 8th grade, and now they're up into they're about to graduate and enter into college. Sometimes those rankings fall. Sometimes there are people that's game, goes to a whole nother level and they shoot to the top. When I look at it from that standpoint, I think you have to look at it at blue bloods the same way.
How can you not?
Right.
How can you not? Because the same teams in college basketball and college football have been considered blue bloods since before you.
Yeah.
Right? You think about college basketball. I mean, of those 4 teams we just mentioned, Duke is by far the newest, right? But in college basketball, who's a blue or blue blood? UCLA because of their history, or UConn because of their present? Who's a blue or blue blood? UCLA or Indiana?
That's a good question. 402-464-5685. We definitely would love to hear your impact and your input into that discussion, because you're absolutely right.
Is Michigan State a blue blood with only 1 title? Michigan State, I think, gets thrown into that blue blood conversation, but is UConn more of a blue blood than Michigan State?
I think you got to start. You got to start. One of the things that they do in those TBT games, one of the things they started doing in the NCAA tournament is they have those big placards with your region, who you're playing, and afterwards you go in. I think there needs to be some taking off some placards on some of these teams, because there's some teams taking L's. And if you having that discussion, right, you can also work that same discussion in football.
You have to be able to.
Right?
Michigan, Ohio State,
Michigan was
Alabama.
not really a blue blood initially. I don't think.
Fair.
I think they're more new blue. No pun intended. Maize and blue. No pun. But,
Michigan had a run. Like, Michigan was very early college football, kind of died off in the middle. Little resurgence under Harbaugh. But so all for college football.
Well, then they had the Woodson win. And who was it? What's his name? Rocket? Wasn't Rocket Ishmael?
No,
it was
Notre
Dame.
Dame.
Notre Dame.
Okay, so Notre
There
Dame.
you go. Notre Dame's one of them.
Gets considered a college football blue blood.
Yeah.
When's the last time Notre Dame won a title?
Did anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they still a blue blood? Like, that's a creaky,
Right.
like, old knees arthritis blue blood. Same with Michigan. I know they just popped up and won a title, but before that has been a long time. Oklahoma won one in 2001, but they were kind of lean from, the mid 80s to early 2001. And then they've been in the conversation, but haven't won a title since then. Ohio State, I think, is safe as the blue blood. Alabama is
No
safe
question.
as the blue blood. Georgia's a new blood.
Mm-hmm.
Clemson's a new blood, but fading.
Fast.
Is USC a blue blood in football?
See? I mean, they got history.
Right.
But
what have you done for me lately?
Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2004, 2005 for USC. And I get it. All
I
these
throw
programs.
Arizona in there.
Nah. Don't do that, Stricky. Don't do that.
Don't throw no mess into the equation.
No. But I think that's even.
So Nebraska, what is Nebraska then? You got on the shirt.
I do got on the shirt.
Is Nebraska traditional blue blood?
Nebraska is much closer to the Notre Dame, Oklahoma kind of blue blood than the Ohio State, Alabama type of blue blood.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's just fact. It's just reality at this point. And this is where I think the discussion is that who's the gatekeeper? Who's the bouncer? Like you're saying, because if a program's a blue blood but goes through 30 years of nothing, are they really a blue blood? Right? We're letting so much history seep into this, and history has to be important. But aren't the best programs, the top tier programs, the one that not only have elite history but elite present as well?
So then let's start the conversation. Then at this point, as you said, Indiana, I think you can have a discussion. Who then? So at this point, there's no Big Ten blue bloods at this point.
No. In basketball.
Mm-hmm. You can't throw Villanova into that.
Villanova missed a chance. They could have been a new blood so easily. Oh, they've fallen off so fast.
So you've got to look at UConn out of the Big East.
Mm-hmm. Georgetown's out of there.
Georgetown's no. So in the ACC, you're looking at North Carolina and Duke, which is still having great success, pretty much. There's nothing in the Pac-12 to me. Like, you can try and say that Arizona, same boat to me. They haven't done nothing since back in my time.
Right.
I
mean, they
except
popped up
get
in Bennett
ousted by
too,
16s. I mean, by 15s and 14s. And early in the tournament, they haven't done much.
No.
Can't say Syracuse.
No.
You can't say so
Purdue.
No, they're not. No, definitely no.
No one in Texas.
No one
is
in
that
Texas.
conversation.
No one in to me. There's only potentially new bloods out of the SEC. There's no one really there. So
outside of Kentucky.
Outside of Kentucky. So yeah, I think it's a weird dynamic, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. Here's why: what UConn has done is a tremendous feat. I don't think it changes because there's so much more parity
right
now. So I don't even know if you can even get to that point. I mean, you can't. I don't even think you can throw. I think you can maybe make a mention because of the tenure, the continued success at high levels, maybe Gonzaga. But then you have to throw a question to me. The question to me becomes, it's good to win some games outside of conference, make a little run in the tournament, but you're not really in a conference to me that signifies a level of competition that can put because you can run away with your conference pretty much if you're out there in Gonzaga.
And to be fair, St. Mary's has definitely raised its level, but even they struggle to win in the NCAA tournament. I think part of the blue blood, too, is that it has to be somewhat self-sustaining. How confident are you that Gonzaga stays Gonzaga after Mark Few leaves? I don't think Gonzaga is necessarily a basketball powerhouse outside of Mark Few. So then if you're not able to continue your success from one coach to the next, you can't be a blue blood.
I feel you. So then where's Creighton?
They're blue. Not blue blood, though.
Boy, I could barely get the ton out before you blew that one off.
Creighton, Nebraska baseball tonight. Stopped
is
raining.
it going to happen?
It looks like it's better. Hope it happens.
Haymarket Park.
Yeah, we need that. We need that game at Haymarket Park tonight. Get him back from what happened in Omaha. Yeah. But is Creighton approaching new blood territory? I don't think so. Haven't won a title. Haven't even been to a Final Four.
Yeah, I agree.
So I like the point you made too, that it's going to be harder to have those conversations with the parity. So
it's because there's so much turnover.
Yeah,
your coach turnover,
player
turnover. There's really not much. Go ahead.
So do we have to change our definition of a blue blood, or are we stuck with the same blue bloods forever because it's quote unquote harder to join that club?
Locked in.
Which do you think?
I think you're locked in, especially. I think the traditional locks on the blue blood terminology, because I think it does have to change. Probably have to be minimized a little bit as far as the criteria. You're looking at a lock with Duke, North Carolina. I think you're looking at a lock there.
Yeah.
I think UConn is not a lock yet, but I think they're like a year or two away.
Okay.
I think with him signing this new deal, if he's able to continue what he's doing, I would say locked, because they've been solid even before that. I mean, they were able to do it with Kevin Ali in a run, and then Calhoun before that.
Yeah.
So it went from Calhoun, Kevin Ali, good win, fall off, and then now you're emerging again. I mean, that's fine. I'm okay with going up and down the mountain. The swings into the mountaintop, the mountain peaks, into the valleys sometimes, because it just happens, especially in the landscape of the day. It happens.
I probably need to walk back some of my comments. I mean, UConn did make the tournament with some regularity in like the 50s and 60s. Went a long time in the 70s without making it. The 80s were pretty bare as well. It took 1, 2, 3 till the fourth year for Jim Calhoun to make the tournament there. Made him a pretty consistent tournament team.
Turned out some good players too.
But then they were going every other year, every couple years at the end of his time between tournament berths. Kevin Ollie won 2 national titles.
Yeah.
Somehow. Or I guess he just gets credit for the one. The last one was the tail end of Calhoun. I think Ollie was there as an assistant. But they went 4 years without even making the NCAA tournament. Then they lost in the first round a couple times. So if you look at, Kansas and Kentucky and Duke and Carolina, there aren't years where you miss the tournament in those coaches' tenure. Like, they're in it every year. Now, UConn is 12-0 when it comes to Final Four and national championship games. They haven't lost once they've made it there. They just haven't necessarily made it there a lot, and really never before Calhoun. So UConn is a new blood, blue blood. Duke is probably the newest of them before that group. But then it's, you're safe with Kentucky, Kansas, and Carolina. But it's going to take time for anyone to reach that level. And with your point about the turnover of coaches, what coach is going to stay at a job for 40 years anymore?
Right.
Like Self might be the last 40-year coach at Kansas.
Yeah, I agree.
30-year even.
I mean, you don't have them Bobby Knights. Those. It's just tough. It's just tough in the landscape of the day. I just don't. I don't think it can happen. I just don't. I don't see it. Let me just say it. You're not, even if you just look upward, look into the NBA, you're not going to really see those Don Nelsons. There's not going to probably be another Popovich.
No.
You're not going to really see that. You're not going to really see another Dirk, another LeBron, and I can't even say LeBron because LeBron then jumped off the Titanic more than
Rose and Jack,
more than Jacob Astor and the whole group that got stuck on it. I mean, yeah. So I can't even really say him, but definitely your LeBrons, your Kobe's, your Dirks. You're not. It's possible you can see it with Wembanyama, but I don't know, because I think at some point, if there's not a turnaround in the Wembanyama sweepstakes down in there, he's gonna bolt for a big city market. He might be the next Laker after AD. Unfortunately, But
I
he
hope
may.
not.
I hope not. And I don't think he's a Laker type of guy.
Right.
You know, because he recently posted something not too long ago where he was talking about just he was asked a question about dating American women. Just I'm not trying to create any controversies about inner country dating or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is he put this out and he says, I would not date Americanized women, he said, because they're too masculine in the way that they act. And he said women in France are very soft and feminine and so forth. So I can't see him going to New York.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't see him. This is why I think
Boston.
it was important. I can't see him going to places like that. Even LA.
Mm-hmm.
I think his demeanor, his mannerisms, like I couldn't even see Jokic. You know, there's certain guys I just can't see going. I think they like
Giannis,
those type of places. No, I can see Giannis.
Okay.
I can see Giannis. If it doesn't work out there, I can see him both. But you can understand why they stayed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? One, there's a form of loyalty. I could possibly even see Luka bouncing. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't work in Dallas, I could see him bouncing.
Where's a fit?
I
For
could
personality
see,
and basketball.
So here's what I think could be dangerous if Luka bounces. If Luka bounces to Orlando with Banchero, oh my god.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
Oh my gosh. Whew. Whew. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Trouble in paradise.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be trouble. I don't see them going to Miami, but I could see him going to like an Orlando and you know, I could see him going like Orlando. Don't even really see him going to Charlotte. Definitely not OKC. Could see him going to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Luka rubs me as possibly a Phoenix type of guy.
Okay.
You know, but
would he stay in Texas and go to one of the other franchises there?
Don't see him being a San Antonio guy. Definitely.
Even with the international connection?
Just, him and Wembanyama?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They've done some stuff with international guys, Stricky.
Ooh. There's a possibility.
Or do they recruit each other to Phoenix or something like that?
I could see Wembanyama shooting up to Dallas. I think Wembanyama would like a Dallas flow more so than Luka liking a San Antonio flow.
Wemby's scared of Dallas.
Huh?
Derek Lively's there.
Oh, you're crazy.
Wemby wouldn't go to sit the bench.
Door.
Wemby wouldn't go to Dallas just to sit the bench straight. Come on, Derek Lively the second. Which
shut the front door.
Yeah. Speaking of Derek Lively, his mom recently passed away due to cancer. Thoughts and prayers for the family there. And I think this is a moment too to say thoughts and prayers with the Sharp family. Greg Sharp, voice of Husker football, just came out and announced that he was diagnosed with cancer recently. So definitely
cancer sucks, y'all.
Sure does. Thoughts and prayers to Greg. Obviously, wish him the best, nothing but the best. So keep Greg in your thoughts and prayers if we could. We'll go to break. We'll keep talking some hoops. Team USA Olympic roster. 11 of the 12 spots have been filled.
I want to talk about. I want to dig deeper than just the players that are on the team. Like there's something I want to go into on that.
You won't want to miss it. Come back with us.
One action, no matter how small, can have a world of impact on the life of a child. Cedars started because one couple believed that they could provide a child with a better life. And that belief grew into the Cedars that we know today, a powerful force for good that helps thousands of kids across Nebraska. Belief grows.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting showers and storms throughout the day, and it will be windy too. See a high around 76. Tonight, a chance of showers and storms with more wind in the forecast and a low near 50. And tomorrow, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day. It'll be breezy but mild, a high around 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Spring is here, and Acres is offering special financing on select new John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Visit your nearest Acres store and test drive all the latest John Deere turf equipment and attachments. And for a limited time, with the purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Offer expires April 30, 2024. Subject to approved credit by John Deere Financial.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back on the block. Austin Norman and Erick Strickland with you. Big thanks to Nebco for sponsoring our show. Visit nebcoinc.com today if you're looking to start your new career. You can also go to constructorslincoln.com. Laborer jobs there starting at $23 and up. Or if you want to apply for a ready mixed concrete to be a CDL driver, you can start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. Again, nebcoinc.com, constructorslincoln.com, and or readymixedconcrete.com. This came across the wire last night right after our showtime. Team USA finalizing 11 out of the 12 spots on its 12-player Olympic roster. Here's the list of names, the first 11 of the 12. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards, Bam Adebayo, and Tyrese Halliburton. We loop in Husker Hall of Famer, 9-year NBA veteran Erick Strickland, who has more on this beyond just the names. Where's your head at here, Stricky?
So, when I consider who's on this team that they've already thrown out, Shams Charania is pretty much, and he's an internal guy. He gets a lot of information. LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards. Really, one point guard, really.
And Drew?
Tyrese,
okay.
Tyrese. Really, he's probably, the
point guardiest of point guards.
Point guardiest of guys. But here's the thing. One of the issues you have in the NBA game right now is you've been over-reliant on the big names.
Mm.
I understand, because at the international level, there has been some tapering off, haven't been at the same levels as it's been in its past. Dominance, because the international game, I think, has gotten tremendously better. But you're not really taking a lot of your young, new, up-and-coming talent, because there's enough guys, I think. I love the fact that they threw Ant in there. I would have liked to have maybe thrown a Brunson.
How does his game work internationally? Pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Physical, strong, downhill. Yeah. You want those type of guys that are willing to take that, because to me, Bam Adebayo, as much as I like him, I don't think his game translate internationally as good.
Didn't last Olympic cycle that well
at all. I think Kevin Durant in age, with that same type, where they allow you to be more. Kevin doesn't do as well with physical play as most. Yes, his size. Yes, some of this. I don't think defensively there's much. So there's not much to offer Steph in the same manner.
Steph, this is his first Olympics,
which is okay.
kind of
Well,
crazy.
I'll give him cool. Now LeBron, he does, but I think he's just age wise. Why? There's other you've been relying on Steph Curry, LeBron, Durant for so long now. I think Embiid translates well with his style.
That's a huge get for them. I mean, he could have played for France, could have played for Cameroon, but he commits to Team USA. That's huge.
So there's guys on this team. Tatum struggles. Booker struggles. Drew Holiday is the defensive guy, and Tyrese Halliburton maybe. Ant's fine. But I think you wanted to get those Zions, those younger. You're trying to raise the viewership, the visibility, the name branding of some of these younger guys to help your game. What a platform to do it is here. And I think that's a missed opportunity for them, for USA basketball. I think for the NBA, I think as a whole, I think it's a missed opportunity here. But you got something on the 12th man. I'm hungry.
Get to eating, Stricky.
Listen, who
SoCal Tacos.
SoCal shout out to SoCal. Boy, the steak in here is phenomenal.
It is.
Okay.
They're just down the block from us. One street, 12th.
This is good.
So, yeah, the 12th man has yet to be named, Texas A&M style. No, just kidding. I could see Team USA going a lot of different directions. I could see them going with another guard, because again, guards win in these kind of big moments. But I think it would have to be a kind of role player guard, a caretaker kind of role. Maybe they go with another wing. What about like a Mikal Bridges, who's a 3-and-D guy, low volume? Jaden McDaniels, maybe defensive guy.
I think Bridges struggles.
Okay. Paulo Banchero.
Yeah.
P5. Okay. If you want a role guy, Aaron Gordon, little offense, little defense, physical type of player.
I like where you're going.
Because I think the guards can do enough. I'm willing to give Booker a pass for last time because he was just fresh off the plane after the finals. Same with Drew Holiday. That cycle in Tokyo. So I'm willing to give those guys another chance. They're young enough. I think Booker especially can feature in. Edwards really came on late in those Olympics, had some really good moments. So I'm generally fine with the guards, but man, it's those wings. Tatum, I'm with you. It feels like there should be another level for him stateside, let alone internationally. So I think if you can get another like 3 or 4, maybe a 4 or 5 to some degree, but Embiid's going to play a lot of minutes if he's not hurt. He's good defensively. That's where I think a bench spark, whether it's a defensive spark or an offensive spark, would fit really well with this kind of 12th man role. Because you're not probably going to get another big name superstar.
Oh, but he's a foreigner.
Yeah.
So a lot of the crazy is a lot of the top tier guys happen to be foreign guys. Luka Doncic, Shea, Jokic. Giannis. I mean, so
Embiid was before he got his citizenship and everything and qualified. So I think it's a really interesting decision to make. But that next crop, the next wave, because LeBron's not doing another one. Steph's not doing another one. This has got to be it for KD. Anthony Davis has done it quite a bit, but I don't feel confident he's around for the next cycle. Drew, probably not getting another crack at an Olympic team. So there's basically half your team gone. So that's where, to your point, get Paulo up there, get Zion up there. I mean, Zion looks resurgent. He looks different. He is back, to what he was before. Get those guys up there. And then this is where, like, LaMelo Ball being held. I don't think his game translates, but that's at least a young guard, that you can get in the system. Why not Brunson on this team?
Even
Why
if
not?
they're not playing big minutes.
Right.
The experience.
Yeah.
The next level. Who's going to carry that next group?
Right. I don't know.
You're going to come in fresh? Donovan Mitchell. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Well, he's been hurt.
Okay.
He's banged up. But that's another one. That's another guy.
Yeah.
He's a bigger guy, but I don't think of him as a physical player.
Why not De'Aaron Fox?
Wasn't he on that last team? Was he on the 2020 team?
I don't remember. Why not him? Why not somebody like that?
Okay, so the 2020, let's see here.
Why they've been totally dissing Trae Young. There's a lot of speculation out there to why I don't think his game translates for that style.
No.
To be honest.
Here's the 2020 team that won the gold medal. Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Grant, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Keldon Johnson, Zach LaVine, Dame Lillard, JaVale McGee, Chris Middleton, Jason Tatum. How did that team win a gold medal?
Yeah.
How in the world?
Literally in the world.
Yeah, literally in the world.
Yeah.
But
timing.
Here's a list of some other candidates for the team in 2020. Marcus Smart. No. Clay. No. LaMarcus Aldridge. Victor Oladipo. Jimmy Butler.
Maybe. I think he conflict with some of them with the hairstyles.
Let's see. Kyle Lowry.
Too old.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Don't like his style.
Okay. Jaylen Brown.
I can see Jaylen Brown, a two-way guy.
Okay.
Would fit good off of guys. I would even say like maybe one of those Houston young fellas, Jalen Green,
Jabari Smith Jr., Jabari and Paulo on the same team.
Listen, one of them, yeah. Put them out there.
Who translates better, Bam Adebayo or Chet Holmgren?
Chet Holmgren. I'm rolling with him because his shooting ability. You right?
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Chet. Handle, shooting, the physical part of it, but I'm stretching him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 out. Let's go.
Okay. Let's see here. What about a guy like a Derek White?
Good guy to fit in as far as a help guy. He's going to defend his tail off. He's big. Yeah.
Brad Beal.
No, too long.
Too low?
Too long.
Oh, gotcha.
I think his time is on the downslide.
Fair enough. Speaking of guy who's too long, Blake Griffin retires. A heck of a career for Blake Griffin.
Heck of a career for Blake Griffin.
The way he was able to survive in the league after being, just the dunker in Oklahoma, that's impressive, Strick. Like, what did you see from Blake Griffin and his transformation in the NBA?
Listen, he came in like gangbusters, and he was a major problem. It's just athleticism at the size, physicality at the size. If you were anywhere around the rim, watch your head. You might end up on 1, 2, or 3 posters in different with the hand back, him looking down at you and then throwing it in. So you got 3 posters on you. But he worked on his game. He worked on his jumper. He worked on, he has tremendous counters. But the fact he was that shows you that he's a good locker room guy. Because if he wasn't, he wouldn't be around.
Right.
Yeah.
Came into the league for the 2010-11 season, was the 2010-11 Rookie of the Year. To your point, Strick, ended up shooting 33% from 3 in his career after basically not taking them for the first, 5 years of his career. He got a credible jump shot. Everyone memes him for shooting the one off the side of the backboard, right? That was early in his career, but he carved out a role. Like as a locker room guy, he was on, these Celtics teams on Brooklyn, just kind of bouncing around. Never really an NBA superstar after that first 5 or 6 years, but not a lot of guys would take their egos and push it down for the betterment of the team. And Blake Griffin did.
Yeah, and it's appreciative. You know, he's a form of what's my guy down in Florida, in Miami, been around forever. Udonis Haslem.
Oh, Haslem. Yeah.
He's like a solid form version of Udonis Haslem to me. Just really got into supporting, got into helping, got into speaking life into some of the guys.
Yeah.
So I could appreciate him and shout out to his career. He's deserving of all of his flowers.
Never forget that he has a twin brother, Taylor, or maybe not twin, just a brother, Taylor, who looks very similar to him, not as good at basketball. And I'm not going to lie, I was hating on Blake Griffin when he first got to the league. I was a hater. I did not like him since he went to Oklahoma.
Is it just because he went to Oklahoma?
Yes. He was too good. He went to Oklahoma. I'm like, ew. I mean, all he can do is dunk. He's not going to make a career. I was hating on Blake Griffin, but then those Lob City teams with Blake, CP3, DeAndre Jordan in that mix too. I found appreciation for Blake Griffin in the NBA. So
shout out to him.
Big shout out to him. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll cross it over with A. Foreman. Talk some LeBron Ames.
Several irrigation contractors in Lincoln go out of business every year, leaving sprinkler system orphans, begging for service. The folks at Judson Irrigation shed a tear for these little fellas. They've been coddling these orphans for more than 40 years. From redesign, repairing, replacing, and restoring, remember the Judson Irrigation Orphanage.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Do you need motivation to get to the gym on the weekend or even in general? Tune into the Movement Hour each Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Movement Academy owner Robert Kuhlman will host the show as he introduces new ways to stay in shape. The Movement Hour every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
High schoolers, unleash your creativity and learn about potential careers in broadcasting at the Digital Expressions Media Camp. Have fun, make friends, and get hands-on experience with video and radio production June 9th through the 14th at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Scholarships are available from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and spots are limited. Learn more at digitalexpressionscamp.com. That's digitalexpressionscamp.com.
The Double the Savings sales event is happening now through April 22nd at Bonsall Pool & Spa. During this event, buyers can take advantage of up to $1,500 in savings and receive 0% APR for 60 months. Visit the Bonsall Pool & Spa showroom at 33rd and Pioneers or visit their website at bonsallpool.com to learn more about their hot tub sale. Act fast because this offer ends soon. Bonsall Pool & Spa, every day made better. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning. Now in our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Putting a bow on the show.
Allen Iverson. It's a crossover.
It is a crossover. Austin Norman, Erick Strickland from On the Block, Jay Foreman from Old School, trying to get the mic situation figured out.
Yeah,
there we go.
get situated.
We're good. What's up, Jay?
Ain't nothing to it, man.
All right, we're gonna go back to the well here. An old favorite, LeBron James is the topic here.
I do it, man. Yeah, come on, man. Damn.
All right. So,
let the brother live, man. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it, man. Between Erick Strickland and Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett even came around. I just don't get it, man. But let's go.
So here's the question.
All right.
How did LeBron James change the game? Would you like to go first, or would you like Strick to go first?
Well, he ain't gonna give him no credit.
So would you rather set him up, or would you rather respond?
Did I give him credit?
You did.
You know what?
I did.
You know what?
I gave him credit.
Let me hear this drive-by backhanded compliment of LeBron.
It's not back. LeBron James gets all the kudos from me for somebody who has been able at a high, super high level for as long as he was able to do it. He's elevated his game from coming in a similar way, not necessarily having a jump shot, developed that, pretty consistent at it. But he's to me, if you have the Iron Man longevity contest of high level basketball, I give him kudos for that.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
But how did he change the game?
Yeah, that's the question. Based on
right?
the question.
That's all you got to say. The guy that's gonna obliterate every scoring record. That's all you got to say.
So here's the thing. Okay, so there's a lot of people that have come in and has had an impact or has changed the game in some form or way. You can even look at Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson came in with an impact and had people not being able to wear certain things. They said you got to wear suits. Like, yeah, he has an impact. They changed rules because there was nobody that could stop him. They let everybody do it now.
Yeah,
but back then we couldn't do it. So there's an impact. Shaq changed the game, had an impact. Ways you couldn't stop that man. They figured out a way. Even going back to Wilt Chamberlain, MJ, Steph. Even they've all now. LeBron has had an impact. But in what way? In what way?
Dude, listen,
what way?
I've never
asking you, in what way to the positive?
seen somebody strain through. You just strained for 2 minutes.
No, I'm saying.
How did he change the game? Because he's the ultimate.
In what way?
Because he's the ultimate all-around basketball player. You thought it was the Magic Man. That's who it was. It was Oscar Robinson first. Then it was the Magic Man.
So you say he plays D?
Yeah. He should have won Defensive Player of the Year one year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
He was first team all NBA.
Yeah.
Is that what?
Okay.
That's not it. He should have got Defensive Player of the Year. They gave it to dude that wasn't even on all defense. Now we're going. Now you didn't had it now. So let's get it. He's the ultimate all-around player. Score, rebound, assist, mind for the game.
Most turnovers all time. Most turnovers all time. So
sure.
Okay.
That's most turnovers all time. He's still playing it long. Of course, that's tomato.
So there you go. You're gonna give him credit.
I'll take
what he's doing.
No, Strick. I'm gonna give him credit though, but he's the best all-around player though.
Okay.
Because you know what he is.
You know what his impact? No, that's not an impact.
He's forcing everybody to be all. He's impact the Joker. That's why Joker gets the credit for being an all-around point center because of LeBron. That's why a big man, but LeBron's the ultimate athlete.
I get that.
Then it gives you that. Then you think about. You don't think he influenced Luka to come around and do his game, all around game, and do his thing, the mind for the game, 6'7", be able to dish? Yes, he's changed the game. Yes, he's impacted the game. And then guess what other things done? He's came.
Late flop is what he's done.
Hold on.
They changed the doggone rules because late flop. God dang it. The refs had to figure out how to change the rules. Late flopper James.
I cannot listen, man.
Yeah, he changed the game.
I'm making an official announcement. I cannot do this anymore. You know what?
So we'll see you again tomorrow.
Late flopper James.
I can't believe it.
I can't even give him the first name because Wembanyama would be disappointed that I even said late flop.
Wembanyama?
He's a super flop.
You're talking about Wembanyama
super
now?
Flop. He's a super flop.
You just making up things, man. I just can't believe this, man. I just cannot believe that somebody that is an NBA stalwart that you're gonna sit up here and not recognize game.
I recognize this game.
No, you don't.
I gave you credit.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You gave him half credit. Give the man his props. Understand?
Do they not have him call him a super flop?
I don't know.
I can't even put Rick James' name on that.
That's just a bunch of haters. You got Paul Pierce up here, still ain't even recognized that 48-piece, 16 rebound, eight spicy chicken McNugget meal that you gave you that ended the big three. Sent you up out of there. To the point, Paul Pierce don't even talk to one of his former teammates no more. And then guess what LeBron said? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna take your big.
Kobe took his heart.
Whose?
LeBron.
Oh my. See,
if you can't
don't
say
you got somewhere to go?
He wanted no smoke.
Don't you got somewhere to go
with Kobe?
This right here. See, I can't do this, man. I look, Jordan. I'll give it to you. I will. I'll give it to you. I'll even give you Jordan. Okay. Not Kobe.
What?
I'm not giving you that. Nope. Negative Ghost Rider. That pattern is full.
Tell me why not.
Because he's not first of all, he's not
He's got more championships and played just as long as him, and his numbers are better. Percentages. His percentages are better than
who's hit more game-winning shots? Yes, just answer the question. I don't need the face of the experience. Just answer the question.
Look at the percentage of his game-winning shots.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm talking about LeBron's percentage.
Yeah,
is in the doo-doo mud.
No, he's number one.
Look, what?
One, yes. Number one.
You're talking.
Okay.
What?
I'm just saying.
Go look that up, y'all. I'm trying. Percentage game winners, MJ's number one. The percentage of game winners that he's made compared to Miss LeBron is like in 15%. Look it up.
This brother here, man.
Talk to me, Austin.
What did LeBron do?
Talk to me, Austin. This man just threw some bull junk out there. We need to correct him. We need to correct the record.
I can't do this, man. I cannot.
Correct the record, Austin. Hey, talk to me.
Well, the highest percentage I'm seeing right now is Carlos Boozer, 6 for 9.
Man, don't even talk about
Rose,
those. Anybody that paints on their beard, he's not talking, even though he's from Duke.
Let's see.
Just tell us, everybody.
Okay. LeBron has the most game-winning shots, 17 of 50. Vince
What's that percentage?
34%.
Huh?
34%.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, Kobe Bryant, 14 of 56, 25%.
Worse.
Ray Allen, 15 of 39, 38%. We're looking for Jordan, Michael. Not seeing him on this list.
Oh, they had to hide it so they could pump up LeBron. God dang it! They had to hide it.
Strick, why don't you just listen? Here's what we need to do. We're in a place of comfort and security, right? We're here in the circle of trust. We're live here at 1040.
I give you Kobe now. I give you that. LeBron better than Kobe.
We're here at 1040. We're here at 1040 Oak Street, the mecca of sports radio. We're live on the stream. We're on every social media thing and all that, right? We are, right? It's a great day. It's Tuesday, even though it rained. It's time for you to come. We're having an intervention right now. We are. We're having an intervention right now, and we need answers.
I think you smoking and toking.
No, that was last night. But what has LeBron? What does LeBron?
I like him.
No, you don't.
I just don't like the Cottonelle. Like he's a strong man, but I don't like the Cottonelle, the begging and crying. Like
you don't think Jordan did that?
He made an impact.
You don't
You
think
said
Jordan
he made an impact on
calls?
Luka? You said you right. I'm gonna give you that.
You don't think Jordan
I'm gonna
begged
give
for
you
calls?
that. I'm gonna give you that because Luka is just like LeFlop.
Oh my
the
God.
crybaby LeFlop.
Here we go.
You absolutely right.
And
I'm
let
gonna
me
give you
get
that.
you on Wembyamba now. Now he's taking over the league.
Nah,
this
nah, he
is
ain't
garbage.
there.
This is blasphemy. I cannot believe this, man.
What else are we on?
You didn't like.
What else on the agenda?
We are on a 10-second station ID.
Yeah, man. Get him off that mic, man.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
We back.
Yeah, man. You know what we need to do, Strick. Here's what we're gonna do. For sponsors out there, our listeners. I know Jake Sorensen like to hog all the sponsors, right? So we're gonna do, I know they listen all day. So here's what I propose for all our ticket listeners and on the text line. We need 3 sponsors, and we're gonna sponsor. I want 3 sponsors for a 60-minute debate. Jay Foreman against that man, LeBron, Jordan, debate. Facts.
You really don't want
Who do you want
smoke.
moderating?
No, Strick.
You really don't want that.
Yes,
smoke,
I do.
Because outside of longevity, you ain't
No.
got nothing else to say.
Strick, here's the deal.
We gonna talk prime.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Jordan.
No, we're not talking
Jordan,
prime. We're talking
he didn't
the
have
whole
to
career.
play
Listen,
as
I
much
saw
years
Jordan,
to do as much as
I
what he
saw
did.
Jordan tap out. I seen it.
No.
Yes, I did. And you know who made him tap out? Isaiah, Joe Dumars. All of them tap out. You know what he needed? He needed Phil Jackson to come in and do the Musa on him, and then get Horace Grant and all them dudes. And then guess what else he said? He said, you know what? We need some more players. So now, Strick, you need to get on the road. Go get you some barbecue because I'm barbecuing you on the radio
This man,
right
Jay
now.
Foreman, has been hanging out with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, no, you get it. Oh, no.
This man been hanging out in the cave
You know
with
what?
Aaron Rodgers
If DP was not
on the
hurt,
Husker
listen, if DP was not on injured reserve, I'd walk out of here right now. If Derek Lamont Pearson was not on injured reserve, I'm telling you right now, there would be like where I have an APB out. Where's Jay Foreman? He gone.
I need a cigar. I need a drink. I needed some whiskey tonight. I'm gonna open up the whiskey bottle because this is.
How about this?
This is insane.
How about this? Guy that's going to take LeBron's throne, Cooper Flagg.
Oh my God! Now that's day one. That's day one.
You like Cooper Flagg?
I'm not rolling with what he just said.
But do you like Cooper Flagg? I want to know that. Do you like his game?
I think he's all right. I think Chet Holmgren's better than Cooper Flagg.
I think Cooper Flagg gives you a little bit more ability to
I think Chet Holmgren's better than Cooper Flagg.
Well, of course. I mean, he's a little bit. I mean,
he's only a couple years out from Cooper Flagg.
Well, Cooper Flagg.
We're gonna see over the course of time whose numbers.
But I think it's hard.
I think he got swag though. I mess with him.
It's hard. It's hard to compare.
Paulo Banchero's gonna kill him.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna kill. I like. They're both the games the same, but I think Paulo gives a lot more physicality.
I think
Cooper
Cooper
Flagg's in
Flagg is
trouble.
very similar to Franz Wagner.
Right.
How about that?
Great point.
How about that?
I mess with you on that.
But the thing about
he got a
Cooper
little bit
Flag,
more thing with him.
he's got a little bit more explosive and
Yeah,
speed.
yeah.
But I like the comparison. There really isn't a true
comparison for Cooper Flag
right now.
Right now. I agree.
Until we see his game develop some more.
I agree.
The reason I bring him up is because Duke
He's
will be
6'9",
paying.
right?
Yes, Duke will be paying Maine, where Cooper grew up, $90,000 to come to Cameron Indoor Stadium for a game next year. And my question is this: who makes more off of that game, Maine with the $90,000 or Cooper Flag?
Cooper Flag.
Cooper Flag.
His NIL deal.
I'm just saying, just off of that game alone.
The Flag family, because people don't realize his brother's cold-blooded too. Because I think his brother is he going to UConn? I know they were after his brother could play, and I mean for real can play. I watched
That's like they talk about Bronny James and Bryce.
No, he's not committed. He's not committed. Ace Flag has offers from George Washington, Maine, West Virginia, Boston College, and Colgate.
No, listen, they're saying right now, the word is out that Bryce James is the one to watch.
Yeah. He's bigger too.
He's saying people out there saying it. Bryce, keep your eyes on him.
Yeah. Bryce is cold.
How good is Carmelo's son going to be?
I think he's gonna be all right.
You gonna be all right?
I think he's gonna be all right. I think I think the way he plays. I think the one thing that I think Carmelo's done is and obviously I will say this before we get into how the NBA did him. Well, he had some fault in it, but when you really go back and I'm telling you how old boy did him in Houston. That set Pat. I'm seriously that set Pat. I mean, he ruined the end of his career.
Yeah.
I just want to say that just because it's wrong how I mean they did him because even that thing
because he made a good comeback.
You don't do that to somebody in Houston like that, and then it just boiled over into OKC. I think one thing that I think Carmelo's done with his son, just from what I see on the internet or whatever, is he's taken his game, but then he's added some spices that he wish he either developed or didn't have. So
okay. Whose sons are better?
Between
MJ or Wade's?
Michael Jordan's Wade's?
Yeah.
You see, you know what is hard though, because I remember when MJ's one son was coming up and then he went to UCF, he was actually starting to ascend.
Okay.
And then I think that's when Michael was like, here, you want this? You remember he has the Jordan
short. Yeah.
And it's hard to, and they're not. And I was surprised D Wade's son didn't go farther because I think he was a pretty good player, but I think he was coming out. Correct me if I'm wrong, Austin. He's either in the middle of COVID or the back end of COVID. So then I think that hurt everybody's recruitment or whatever. And then it's hard. I mean, listen, Strick, I dealt with it. I mean, it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
This
to
is why
come
I didn't
after.
push my kids. I didn't push them. For that reason.
Yeah, it's
'cause
hard.
I didn't want them to have to deal with that type of pressure.
Especially if they play the same sport. And, I was fortunate enough to not play the same position. I would have only imagined if I would have played the same position. But, I was ready for, I wouldn't say a break, but I just had never played any other position.
Okay. Well, that's good, man. Good debate, Jay.
Yeah, I got you.
So Zaire Wade was a 3-star coming out of high school in the 2021 class.
So that was at the back end of COVID, right? Yeah.
Kyan Anthony's going to be that dude.
Yeah. He's tall.
6'5", 185,
yeah,
190.
and he's starting to kind of
bulk up a little bit.
Fill out a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got a nice little pace to his game.
Yeah. Right.
But they got a 7-foot kid, man, that's in like 2028 out in California. A lefty. Cold-blooded.
Did you see the 16-year-old dude that he happened to come by? I can't remember his name, but he then popped up on Instagram and he is banging on everybody.
Yeah.
He's like the new Shaq.
Yeah.
And he's athletic too. He's not just big.
But this brother I think he like a freshman or an 8th grade. I mean, when I say listen,
8th grader?
Oh yeah.
7 foot?
Yeah.
God damn.
And raising up with the left hand sweet jumper.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
I need to go look at that. I need receipts on that.
That's not even fair when cats be that
That's
big.
not even fair to be
They be
that
going
big.
against dudes like 5'8", just turn around, just bamming on people.
God. Good stuff today.
It was.
Come back tomorrow.
Can I moderate your debate?
Yeah.
Your 1 hour?
This is it. That's it. We need sponsorships, man.
Yeah.
Jake Sorensen, we're gonna dip in there a little bit, man. We got to get to the end of this.
What we might need to do is have one of you in here and one of you in there. It's kind of boxing style. Have your corner.
I'm coming
right?
through the glass if that happens.
Yeah, I want to be in there so because I can get on him a little bit because I got the whiteboard in there.
You do.
So I can
start drawing up stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep my own tally.
Get out of here. Let's get out.
Let's get out. For Strick, I'm Austin. Don't go
That
anywhere. We
Vernon
got
Max,
old school.
I'm gonna bring
J4.
Vernon Maxwell.
That's how I'm
on.
gonna do him.
That's what I'm gonna get.
That's
Vernon
how I'm
Max.
gonna do him.
Mad Max.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company.